it's Bob again talking about Speis. Speis is it's your culture, it's your spirituality, it's your work ethic, it's your recovery, whatever you're recovering from, and it's your health, taking good care of your health, holistic health, and family values. So it's just that whole, it's the life force. It's like the force, actually, you could say, and it's in every living thing. I think it's not only, it's in everything. Life is one part of it, but it's even bigger than that. All life. It flows through in, around, and through every cell of our bodies, and through every molecule, every atom in the universe. It's species. They're made out of species. Atoms are made out of species. All the protons and neutrons and electrons and superstrings and everything is made out of species. It's kind of, I guess the Asians called it chi, or ki, and it flows around and everything, in and around and through everything. And for the website, I got the family values section, which to me, other than spirituality, family values is the most important feature of human nature. It's what separates us from animals. It's the human kingdom of life on earth is separate and distinct from the animal kingdom. And there's a few things that that human beings have that animals don't. We have everything animals have, human beings have. But we don't. The things like language. Language is one of the first things. You notice how the Bible says first there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Well, language is the first thing that separates us from animals. It's like another interesting thing that it is distinctive about human nature is that we make love face to face, which is rare. And I'm not saying we're probably not the only creatures that do that, but most creatures don't do that. We do. And what's more important is the eye to eye, and we can look in each other's eyes, and and one man and one woman get married, and the law of marriage, the divine law of marriage will never change, and in between one man and one woman, and it's just the way God created us. That's natural, it's healthy. It's species, and that's the way. It's kind of like laws, the natural laws of the universe, like gravity and the speed of light. That's what God does, is make the rules. He makes the rules, and the universe evolves according to the rules that God makes. And the rules like gravity, the speed of light, human nature. There's psychological laws. One of those laws is the divine law of marriage. Male and female, that it's natural laws. It's not a matter of opinion or anything like that, or it's biology. There's laws of biology just like there's laws of physics, and so when we follow those laws, we prosper. We're healthy, and so I say, take care of your spirituality. That's the most important thing. Submission to God. Submission to God is the inner essence of every religion, every true religion. And, and Islam means submission to God. And it's the inner essence of every true religion. And so that's the first most important thing about human nature. And the second most important thing is family values. What I call family values, you could call it something else, but it is that whole thing about one man and one woman getting married, having kids, raising those kids, And then having all the aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews and grandparents and grandkids and all that whole thing about family is really an important part of human nature. You should investigate your family history and, get a DNA test and just find out who your ancestors are. Don't worship your ancestors. You don't want to worship anything other than God. But definitely respect your ancestors and investigate them. Find out what's going on with your ancestors. And because that's who you are. That's part of who you are, and respect that and add to that and make the world a better place. So you got spirituality and you got family values, and then you got nutrition and health, and exercise, and you got to eat natural whole food, not processed food. See, the companies, they like to process the nutrients out of the food because the nutrients cause the food to spoil, so they take the nutrients out of the food to make it last longer on the store shelf. And then, and we eat more of it because we're not getting the nutrients that we need. That's why we're having such a problem with obesity, because we're eating this food that has the nutrients have been taken out to make it last longer on the store shelves. And we need to stop doing that and figure out some other solution to the, because we got to be able to deliver a lot of fresh food to the inner city people. And so, making food in skyscrapers, I see that idea every once in a while, and I'm wondering, that might be an idea, because so many people live in these big giant cities nowadays that creating food, and growing food in skyscrapers might not be a bad idea. I know that agriculture is one of the most important things, even though we've kind of moved on to the industrial age and now the information age. Our economy is still pretty much based on agriculture. You pull that that little stick out and the whole thing comes tumbling down, man. You got to have agriculture. And, so we got to take good care of that. We got to have the best biologists and, forestry. We got to take care. We're terraforming Earth from a wild jungle, from a wilderness into a beautiful garden. And that's a good thing. And we need really good scientists to do a good job. We need good doctors, and I believe in natural health care, but I also believe in, integrated medicine is the best medicine. And that is the most advanced scientific medicine and the traditional, natural health care is good, We need to use whatever is best, whatever the best solution is. I tend to try to stay healthy as natural as, drugs and surgery are drastic, invasive therapies that should only be used in very last resort. You want to use, natural health care. Take care of yourself. Eat the natural whole food, a regular diet. Exercise. My favorite exercise is Qigong, because it's kind of a physical exercise. It's not very hard. I do my little 7-minute routine, and it helps me, It just kind of limbers up my muscles and bones and joints and keeps me healthy, a little bit. And then, walking is also very good health. Walk, whenever you get it, have a little deal like I have to walk a mile every day to get home from work. That's good for me, healthy wise. I have to walk up a hill too. It's downhill in the morning, but in the afternoon, at the end of the day, I got to walk up a hill to get home. So, and then the last one is making money, man. Everybody's got to make money. You got to be productive. In order to be healthy, you have to be productive. And so, make sure you have some kind of activity. I tend to want to work in my own private free enterprise rather than working in somebody else's. And so that's an important idea that you can work on in creating your own free enterprise. And to me, the free enterprise should be family. The whole family should be involved in it and creating a free enterprise, and make it, the whole cottage industry on a 21st century version of cottage industry, make a website, it could be whatever you want. I mean, most people are not going to be, they're not, I like computers and internet websites and stuff like that. So it's interesting to me, but not everybody's going to be like that. But you could do whatever your interest is, you create your own little private enterprise and make some money and trade it. You don't necessarily see most people would probably, the internet part of it would be kind of it's not your actual business, it's something you use. Your business is going to be, creating art or creating some other product that you're selling on the website. You just have to have one little computer, guy in your family that knows how to build websites and get that part of the business going so you can sell your stuff to a worldwide audience. That's the advantage of using the internet, is having a worldwide audience, and which means you can sell a lot more stuff. Now you also can make, if your product is information, then it doesn't really cost anything. You can send as much of it as you want to anybody in the world that wants it. If you have to mail a physical object, then you got to pay shipping costs, which is why FedEx and UPS are really important businesses in these days. It would be nice if companies like Amazon and other, would work, and be fair, but they're not. They're getting rich, but if they don't like something you do, they'll pull your business and wipe your business out. So I don't really like that. It's so sad what's going on with that right now with these big tech companies. They've ruined America, and it's so sad. But anyway, we'll survive. The American people will be fine. We'll be, and we may have to suffer a lot, but because of a bunch of greedy people that want to be in control. But we'll work our way out of it. We'll get out of it, because human nature, life breaks free. It's natural and healthy, and we're going to be fine. God makes the rules, and those rules are in effect whether anybody believes it or not. And so we're going to be fine. And this new, in the 20th century, the United States and Western civilization, we kind of dominate after just about every industrialized country in the world was leveled in World War II, except for the United States. And we were kind of the leader, superpower of the world, and helped everybody get back on their feet. And now, we're struggling to keep up, and the whole world economy is booming. What the United Nations accomplishes in the 21st century is going to dwarf what the United States accomplished in the 20th century. And so get in there and make something valuable, create something beautiful and valuable, and trade it in the one worldwide free marketplace. And my 15 minutes is up, so have a great night, and peace be with you.